Hello students, how are you today? Yes, we are already studying about life process. Chapter 6, life process. Chapter 6. In this chapter, we have already learned what is life process and the life process containing some life process activities are digestion, respiration, and excretion, transportation, okay, etc. Okay, we already learned about the transportation of plants, sorry, animals. Yes. Now we are going to study about transpiration in plants. Transpiration. What do you think? Have you heard about transpiration? Yes, transpiration means what? We already learned about it. Transpiration means the removal of excess amount of water. The removal of excess amount of water from plants. From plants. Yes, but now we are studying about transportation in plants. Transportation in plants. What is transportation? The transportation means an object transfer one place to another place. A material transfer one place to another place. That is transportation. Yes, transportation in plants. What materials are transported in plants? Have you know about it? Yes. Firstly, we are knowing about photosynthesis. Yes, we are already learned about photosynthesis. I know. Now, some clearly, the transportation in plants is done with photosynthesis. So, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis. Yes, we know about photosynthesis. The preparation of food materials. That means preparation of manufacturing of glucose from using carbon dioxide and water with the help of sunlight within the leaves. That means within the chloroplast with the help of chlorophylls. That process is known as photosynthesis. We are already know about it. Look, CO2 plus water and the simple equation of photosynthesis. Yes. Then, in photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide is transferred from atmosphere to leaves. That means in plants they respire oxygen intake and carbon dioxide outwards. But in the photosynthesis, that means that during that time, carbon dioxide is intake for photosynthesis into the leaves. Then water. Water, where this takes place? Water. Yes. Water is very essential for this process, photosynthesis. Then water is absorbed by a root. Water is absorbed by roots. Yes. How? How is it possible? By the method of diffusion. By the method of diffusion and osmosis. Diffusion and osmosis. Intake of water with the help of root. Okay, that process is diffusion and osmosis. Yes, have you known about diffusion and osmosis? We are already learned what is diffusion and what is osmosis. Yes, one time, just note the points. Diffusion is the molecules travels from high concentration to lower concentration. That is diffusion. Yes, we know about it. Yes, then the second is osmosis. That is a simple process, same process of diffusion, but the difference is the water molecules travels from higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Here, the semi-permeable membrane is cellular membrane. Okay. Yes. This is transported material. The root absorbed water. The root absorbed water. That is transported towards the leaf. The water is transported towards the leaf. Yes, towards the leaf through xylem vessels. Xylems, I will know about xylem. Yes, the water conducting vascular tissues. That is xylem. Okay? Yes. First is yes. The water molecules is absorbed by the method of diffusion and osmosis. But nitrogen is essential for the growing plants. Okay, in such type of nitrogen, phosphorus, some minerals are absorbed by the method of not by the method of diffusion and osmosis. Then the roots need some energy. That process is denoted by active absorption. The absorption of nitrogen in the form of nitrate and phosphorus and some minerals, some salt, except water. These are absorbed by the method of active absorption. What is active absorption? Yes, the minerals and salt and some chemical substance cannot directly absorbed by the root. It can take some energy for this process. It can absorbing only in the form of ions. Okay, the nitrate, mineral salts are not in the form of absorbable forms. So it can be absorbing by the by the conversion of ions. It can be absorbing in the form of ions. So this process is called active absorption. Okay. Etc. Okay. Look, the transportation in plants. First is photosynthesis. Transported materials are water, nitrogen, phosphorus, salt, minerals, etc. The absorption is by the method of diffusion and osmosis and active absorption. This is the first step. Then the absorbable material. The absorbable materials are H2O, nitrogen, phosphorus, some salt and other minerals. These are transported material. These transporting towards the leaf within the tissues, that is xylem. Yes, this is the transportation of material within the cell. Then, how is it possible? Then water absorbing by the roots, a pressure is created in that time. That pressure is osmotic pressure. When water is absorbed by roots, then a pressure will be created in it. That pressure is known as root pressure. Root pressure. Root pressure is created by the process of osmosis. Osmosis. Okay, that is root pressure is other known as osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure. Then next is transpiration pull. Next point is transpiration pull. Have you heard about transpiration pull? Transpiration pull. Yes, that is transpiration. Transpiration. After transpiration, then water. That means what? That is transpiration. What do you mean by transpiration? The removal of excess amount of water through stomata. Okay. Have you heard about dicot and monocot plant? Yes. In dicot plant, the excess amount of water is removing. That means the removal of excess amount of water through stomatal opening in only dicot plant. That is called transpiration. Yes, just a minute. In monocot plant, the excess amount of water, the removal of excess amount of water is through some type of pores. The pores are present in the tip of the leaves. That is known as hydactol. hydatone. This process is known as guttation. Pronunciation will be guttation, guttation. Okay. Yes. What is guttation and what is transpiration? Transpiration means the removal of excess amount of water through stomatal opening. Okay, that is transpiration. That is possible only in the dicot plants. And the second is guttation or guttation. That means this other, the removal of excess amount of water through the small pores called the hydatone. That is called guttation. That is only possible in the monocot plants. Okay. Then transpiration pool means when water evaporates within these plants, then evaporation is possible, and then the excess amount of water is removing in the form of steam. In the form of steam. And when a droplet is removing from leaves, at that time a gap is developed within the xylem. The water flowing will be blocked. At that time, then sucks next water molecule from soil with the help of root. Okay, that pulling is known as transpiration pull. Okay, that is known as transpiration pull. Yes, this is only working during daytime only. Okay. Yes. What do you know about this point? Transportation in plants. Transported materials are water, nitrogen, phosphorus, salt, minerals. They can absorb only in the form of ions. That is known as active absorption. And this is travels from roots to leaves within the xylem vessels. Xylem. And next point is it is possible due to osmotic pressure or root pressure and transpiration pull, etc. Okay. Yes, this is the first point. Okay. Then the transpiration helps the temperature regulations of atmosphere. When we are going to a dense forest or dense planted trees place, we have knowing the atmosphere is very cold. We know that atmosphere is very cool. Okay, they can understand the coolness. It is due to the process of transpiration. It is due to the process of transpiration. So the transpiration pull, the water losing, it regulates the atmospheric temperature. Okay, atmospheric temperature regulations. Okay, then we know about the importance of plantations, the cultivation of plants, that means trees. Okay, the importance of trees and cultivated plants. That means atmosphere very clear, clean, oxygenated and coolest one. That is the use of transpiration. Okay. Then we are saying the absorption and transportation of materials. That means the process before photosynthesis. Then photosynthesis is done within the leaf, and the next process is the photosynthetic materials is converted into another material. That means the leaves, in this process, leaves prepare their own food, several minerals, food, etc. This food is glucose. Have you know about it? Okay, we have already learned about that. The prepared food is glucose. That is transported other part of the plant protein. That will transporting other part of the plant protein. The process of transferring the food materials from leaves to other part of the plant body, that is known as translocation. The process by which the transfer, the movement of food materials, water and some mineral, salt, etc. from leaves, from the kitchen of plant, that is leaf, from leaves towards the various part of the plants within the next vascular tissue, that is phloem. Phloem. Yes, you know about the function of phloem. Yes, yes. Look, translocation is next point. Translocation. What is translocation? The process by which the prepared food from leaves towards the various part of the plant within the tubes, within the vascular tissue, through the vascular tissue, that is known as phloem. That is called translocation. Yes. Then prepared food. Prepared food. Look, that is glucose. Glucose is a complex material. You know, it's a complex material. Then this glucose is going towards another plant part of the body. Okay? Yes, by the methods of metabolic activities. Metabolic activities. Metabolic activities, that means metabolism. Metabolism. All living organisms have process, metabolism process. That is a basic thinking, basic structure, basic function of all living organisms. that is metabolism. Have you know about metabolism? Yes, metabolism mainly done within two steps. What are they? Anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism and catabolism. Yes, this is the metabolic activities. Anabolism means from complex material that is converted into simplest form. Anabolism method is when complex material is converted into simplest form. Their own simplest form. That is known as anabolism. Yes. Then catabolism is the reunion, the rejoin of simple unit that is converted into complex material. That means conversion of simpler unit to complex material. That is known as catabolism. The two activities are done. That is known as metabolism. The metabolic material, that means the plant prepared the metabolic materials like sugar, that means glucose, water, etc. These are transported from leaves to other part of the plant body within the vascular vessels, that is known as phloem. Okay. Then, where is it deposited? Some of the material are deposited to as stored food. No, you know about tapioca. The food materials, the prepared food materials from plants, that food materials are stored within their roots, within their root. That is stored food in tapioca. And onion, the stored food within the leaves. And ginger, the stored food within their stem. Okay, then that is stored food. The photosynthetic material, the metabolic materials are stored in root, stem, leaves, and all other part of the plant body, such as fruits, flowers, etc. Okay, this is the translocation and transpiration in plants. Okay. By these methods, the transpiration, transportation, translocations, IT absorption, osmotic pressure, etc., diffusion, etc. This helps the complete regulations of our nature. The temperature controlling, the humidity controlling, and soil fertility, also soil fertility. These are possible within plants and animals with the help of metabolic activities. These metabolic activities are helpful to all living organisms. Yes, you know. For other, except plants, for others can live without any substance like oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. Okay. In this process, you just know. Also, plants also respirate oxygen, intaking of oxygen, and releasing carbon dioxide for respiration. That's a major important genuine process. Plants are intaking oxygen and outward carbon dioxide. That is for respiration. But daytime, plants absorbing, intaking carbon dioxide and release oxygen. That is called photosynthesis. The environmental, the atmospheric materials, gases are regulated by the method of photosynthesis. Yes, you know about the nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen. In the atmosphere, the largest form of atmosphere material is nitrogen. That is 78%, you know. And remaining 21%, that is oxygen. That means oxygen, carbon dioxide regulations. That is possible within the process of, by the process of photosynthesis. Yes. How you know about this photosynthesis, the importance of photosynthesis? Okay, we consume many other leaves, plant and stems, roots for food. They were very enriched with glucose, fructose, galactose, vitamins, minerals, etc. These are only in the result from photosynthesis. Okay, this is the major points of transpiration in plants. Yes. In this chapter, we are studying the transportation of materials in living organisms like plants and animals. In animals, we know about intaking food materials from other. We are consumers, consuming plants and plant-eating animals, etc. And we produce some metabolic activities. And in plants, the process is photosynthesis, the main process, and they help the atmospheric regulations. These are the main points we already know. Okay, yes. Yes, students, then now we concluding. Already concluded. Okay, this chapter, the episode 4. Okay, studying very well, and take your notebook and write some important points you have already known. You must have a notebook, and the notes will be updated. Okay, and then see you tomorrow.